Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, Create with Tina. Today I am very excited to share with you some brand new projects that I have been working on. And I'm excited because these are some of the things that we created when I was in Delaware with my group of bestest friends. So what you see here is you see a brand new paper collection called Floral Charms. This paper collection just launched on July 1st of 2025 in our online exclusive section of my website. So I thought I would pull up my iPad and show you. So with this launch, we launched 3 suites, and a suite is a collection that includes everything you might need: the stamps, the papers, the dies, and different embellishments, and it's sold at a discount. And so I did buy the Floral Charms suite, but you can also get just the paper pack, which is what you're seeing right here. You can also get just the stamps by themselves, or the stamp and die bundle, or the dies by themselves. Here it is with the stamps by themselves and the embellishment. So this is just one of 3 suites that launched, but I decided to start with it because I want to show you a fun technique today for scrapbooking that some of you have probably done and some of you probably haven't. And so the first thing I wanted to talk about is the paper. As you can see, it's called Floral Charms, and it is very flower heavy. However, the back side of each of this DSP is a beautiful monotone, solid looking piece of paper that you can work with, and they're all in the beautiful regal colors. So here's one of them, and I have a whole layout done with this to show you, with a technique to teach you. That's not going to be for today, it's going to be for another day. And then we have this beautiful blue and pink layout, and the back side is here in Night of Navy. Isn't that pretty? I mean, it's so solid. You can see the subtle pattern of the flowers, but you don't have to use that. So I'm going to set this one aside, and then let me show you this one. This is one of my absolute favorites. The colors are what I love so much. And then the back side is the mossy meadow, and it's just kind of like a color wash, so super easy to work with. And what you're seeing here is I only have partials of some of the papers left because we did a lot of projects, but this is the back side of this pink and blackberry bliss cardstock. Pretty, right? And then this is another one of my favorite patterns. It's like pecan pie, crumb cake, and berry burst. And then here's what it looks like on the back side. So what I'm actually going to show you today is one of the layouts we created, and one of the really cool techniques that we did, which was kind of this peekaboo pattern here, doing a little paper tearing and creating this fun look of a torn edge. But before I do that, do you see what is unique about this paper? Okay, one of the patterns I didn't show you is this pattern. And the reason I didn't show it to you is because I have used almost all of it. So it's these branches paper, so stunning, so pretty. And then the back side is our new color, Timid Tiger. And you can kind of see it here. Whoops. You can kind of see it better on here. It's this pattern right here. And then the back side is that Timid Tiger. So it's a beautiful pattern, but I chose to combine it with the Night of Navy pattern, which, if you guys recall, it was this pattern, which was the bright berry burst and Night of Navy with some pretty peacock in it, right? But look how pretty it looks with this layout. Now, the other thing I wanted to show you, because it's something I'm going to be featuring for the next couple of weeks in my Facebook group, is that we use the Party Alphabet dies, which is this large package of dies. And when I say large, the stamps are the dies are almost 3 inches tall, and it's all the letters, plus if you are in another country, it's got some of the letters that you would use in your language, because Stampin' Up's a global company, so they include those images for everyone. So you'll see we cut out the word fall, and it's cut right out of the DSP, so right out of the paper, and then we colored the edges a little. So also what I used was the Charming Day die set and stamp. So right here where you see the word hay, that's right out of this set. So it says Hay Fall. That's what I chose for the title of this layout, Hay Fall. And these little banners are done using the Stylish Shapes dies. All right, now what I really want you to see is that when you get the bundle, you get all of these dies. Look how many dies there are. Now, some of the dies coordinate with the stamps directly, and you can stamp an image and cut it out. Okay, and I have done that on another layout. I'll give you a sneak peek right here. So here it is stamped on white willow cardstock with Memento Black and cut out using the die, so the stamp and the die. But then you also have these standalone dies that you do not have to stamp with. There's no coordinating stamp. A lot of those are in here, including this flower. So I thought I would just give you a sneak peek. Look how pretty that standalone die is, and the branch. Those are also dies in this set, and they are something I used on this layout as well as another layout that I'm going to show you and teach you. So on this layout, all of these little clusters are done using just the coordinating cardstock and the DSP cut with this little branches die right here. Isn't that cool? So now let's jump ahead to the fun technique. So here's the 2-page layout side by side. Isn't that beautiful? I absolutely love it. We all create together while we were in Delaware, and I asked Michael if she would make a layout, and this is what she came up with. And this technique with the little torn edges is what I love. And so today I wanted to show you how easy it is to do that. So here's what I have. I have just a scrap of the pattern paper that coordinates, and I have my layout. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to tear a little bit of this out just to make like a little peekaboo section behind the layout, okay? Nothing too difficult. Then what I'm going to do is take my water brush, and even though you guys can see it's stained, it still does clear water, so it's clean. And so then I am just going to add just a little bit of liquid, and I'm sure from where you guys are you can't see that, but let me see if I can pull it up closer and see if you can, let me pull a light down and see if you can tell it's a little bit wet. And then because it's wet, then all you do is this fun rolling technique, and that is how you can get that torn edge. I mean, that rolled distressed edge that looks like it was hard to do, but it wasn't, okay? Then what we did was we took the Cajun Craze ink pad and a small blending brush and just gonna get a little bit of ink, not a lot. Cajun Craze is an extremely dark color, and I am really good at making a mess with this, so I am just gonna lightly add just a little, real light. Okay, so now we are getting that going. Now I want to show you something that maybe you've never done. This is our Stampin' Up markers, and we sell those in like packs, and this is and it's discounted when you buy it in a pack. And so what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to try the brush end. I'm going to grab the marker, and I'm going to grab my bone folder, and I always save these. This is the paper that came when you buy the floral, when you buy any paper pack, you get the sheet that tells you what the colors are, but you can just lightly tap your marker, and I feel like you're not going to see it very well. And I'm going to try the other end. I can't remember if this end did better, or you can do this trick. So I'm going to put one on this trick. Was it this end? that we did it? Yes. And you can do some light splattering, just using your marker, flicking it off the lid, okay? That's all we're doing, and it's really subtle. It's something, let me zoom in and see if you guys can see it. Let me pull a light down a little bit more. So, and let's try the other end too. The brush end, oh, there you go. Now you can see it kind of. The brush end works better. But you're just flicking the tip of that marker using the lid, and look at that. So I'm going to put that away. Okay, wipe off my marker, and let me pull this closer so that you guys can see all of the splatters. Isn't that cool? Now before I make a mess, let me wipe this off, because I'm a good mess maker for reals. Okay, now all we're going to do is take our adhesive, and we're just going to add this right to the back side of the layout. So I'm going to flip this over, and I'm going to grab my Tombow, and then I'm going to line it up. I think I'm still on. Let's zoom this out a little. Get that edge, and then just a little bit. There you go. Now look at that fun torn edge that we made on the layout. So easy, right? So let's look at the two layouts now side by side. Let me see if I can zoom out a little bit more. But there you go. That is the 2-page layout, and you can see the torn, and the torn. So fun. So there you go. That is my introduction to you guys of the new Floral Charms suite. I used the bundle of the stamps and the dies. I used the paper. I also added in these party alphabet dies, which these are so good, you guys, as scrapbookers. They're 3 inches tall. I love, 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 love them. And I'll give you another little sneak peek, because I have just a little bit more of this layout to show you. But that's all I'm going to show you for today, because I want to come back and teach you another technique that you can incorporate into your scrapbooking on one of my next videos. So thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Let me know if any of this was new to you, or if it's something you want to try, and just what you thought of the video. So thanks for watching. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.